Hello, my friend. Welcome to Haein Yoga. In this session, we will be focusing on forearm stand. This session is ideal for those who can do headstand and are working towards more challenging inversions. If you are beginner to yoga inversions, combine this session with headstand video that I made some weeks ago, so that you are working with an inversion that's more accessible while preparing and conditioning for forearm stand. You will need a wall for this session. Forearm stand is a long journey. I'm not saying this as a warning and in a discouraging way, but with fascination actually. And that's the quality I would like to invite for this session. Be fascinated to be engaged in something that you know that it's a long-term project, because that's where impossible becomes possible. All right, let's go for it. We're going to first start with some conditioning exercise and then continue with some action drills, and then we will go into the business. So first thing first, the distance of your elbows. So your elbows wants to be shoulder wide distance so that your bones could be stacked. The thing with the forearm balance is your forearm slides out so easily. So my suggestion is start a little bit narrower with your elbows and shoulder wide distance, and then roll out your bone so that it is locked. Otherwise, you're rolling over your flesh and then the distance change. So start a little narrower and then roll out your flesh, roll out with your bone to really create that grip. And with your hands, the hand could be parallel. The hands could be a bit closer to each other. That might be a bit easier for your shoulder. The hand also could be interlocked. In this way, you will feel stronger, but you will feel, how to say, less intelligent to balance. If you can use your finger and your hand, there is just so much more intelligence with that. Okay, so choose your variations. Just to add one more, if you choose this option, one thing that is really good with this option is that not only that it creates more stability because everything is locked and bounded, this is much easier for your shoulder to open. Okay, so first one, that is a distance, and then the second exercise we are going to do is opening the shoulder. Have your knees hip wide distance, and while keeping your hips on top of your knees, let's drop the chest. Stay up on your fingertips and have your hands shoulder wide distance. Now, the reason why we are staying on the fingertips is I want you to do shoulder opening in an active way. It's not a passive, relaxed, dropping, let go, but actually you want to keep it up. You want to keep it tight. So pressing your fingertips against the floor, allowing your chest to drop. And let me just add one little detail that will change everything. From here, while keeping your chest open, while keeping your shoulder open, pull the ribs in. I hope that makes sense. So your shoulder wants to be open, but pull the ribs in towards your spine so that it is never ending opening of the front. There's something that locks, because once you're upside down, you want your shoulder to be open but not continue opening. You want to be fixed in a shape. Okay, and let's release. Now, next one, let's work a little bit on the strength of the shoulder. Interlock your finger, come to dolphin pose, and again, make sure your elbows are shoulder wide distance. We are educating ourselves, like building a habit of always coming into a distance that is efficient and that is aligned with the posture that we are working toes. So from dolphin pose, let's have the feet about hip wide distance for better stability, and then lean forward with your shoulder and come back up. Open your shoulder as much as you can. Let's repeat this 5 times. 2, 3, 4, and the last 5. All right. Shake your arms. Now just do one more for conditioning exercise. Forearm plank. Why forearm plank? This is to remember what shape we need to be in when we are upside down in forearm stand. It's educating our body how it feels to be in straight line, engaged. Come down on your belly. I'm going to ask you to keep your feet together and point your toes. Do not tuck your toes under, point your toes. Elbows underneath your shoulder. And let's have the hands interlocked. And now from here, while squeezing your legs together, chest in, chin in, tuck the tailbone in, come up on your knee, and eventually lift up your knees off the floor. Squeezing your legs together, heels together, toes together. Shoulder blades away from each other. Head aligned with the spine. I count 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. So once you go up in forearm stand, this is a shape that you want to come into, a straight line where you are zipped completely with your legs. So we did 4 exercises in this conditioning section. First, we looked into the distance and how to really lock that shape, the foundational shape with the arms. And the second, we looked into opening the shoulder to create flexibility, active flexibility in the shoulder. And the third, we work with the strength of the shoulder. And the last one, we did a forearm plank to educate our body how to be straight under stress. Okay, now just a few action drill. First one is, I call this dolphin walk. So from dolphin position, first bring your shoulder over your elbows and then walk your feet closer to your elbows as much as you can while lifting up your hips without collapsing your shoulders forward. This is important. That's the whole point of the exercise. Shoulders over the elbow, walk your feet as much as possible and lift up your hips without going further with your shoulder. The reason why we are doing this exercise is I need you to remember how to stop yourself from plunging, how to stop yourself from going forward with the shoulder, because that's where everything will fall apart. And that's the place where you want to be able to really block. So it's educating our body and us to learn how to actually block the shoulder. So give it a try. And the second exercise, just one more exercise here, is from the same place, we're just going to make a little jump. And I'm going to ask you to go against the wall, just in case. And this exercise is for jumping, actually. You know, forearm stand is a quite particular posture. It is, handstand makes sense, but forearm stand is a bit funky. If you're starting on this one, it feels a bit awkward. So just getting used to how to jump with your leg up while being in on your forearm. So let me try here. Shoulders above your elbows and your gaze is down the floor. Head is not too much forward. Try to keep the head between your arms while looking on the floor. And then block the shoulder, walk your feet as close as possible, lift up the hips, and again block the shoulder. From there, lift up one leg. And then, if you're comfortable here, then try to make a little hoop. High leg stay really strong, bottom leg bend and straighten, bend and straighten. This exercise is not about balancing, it's about you getting into jumping or while being on your forearm. Okay, now that we have all the important ingredients spread, we're going to put them all together and give it a try. You're going to go against the wall. Try to be as close as possible to the wall, otherwise you will be arching. Come up against the wall. First thing, I would like you to do your forearm plank. Squeeze the legs together, shoulder blades away from each other. Press the floor against the floor with your elbows. Tuck the tailbone in, ribs in. Open your shoulder while keeping your ribs in. This is an important exercise. So maybe you have noticed I didn't do anything about balancing. This one was going upside down on your forearm and putting everything that we've done upside down. Because once you're upside down, it's a lot. It's a lot. So we're kind of putting things into sections. So give it a try. Go upside down on your forearm if you can reach the wall. If you cannot reach the wall, work on jumping. And somehow with jumping, if you cannot get up, it's not necessarily about your strength. It's more of coordination of your body and something with the mindset. There's nothing wrong with it. Give it a try so that your body and your mind get used to this motion, and one day it will be just happening. Okay? So if you can get up against the wall, then squeeze everything together, extend everything together. Open the shoulder, bring the ribs in, tuck the tailbone in, point your toes, heels together, ankles together. Then the last one. This one is about balancing. Go close to the wall. Jump up against the wall and do your alignment and tightening. Keep your gaze down, and from here just slowly lower one leg down, but without breaking the shape of your hips. Keep reach up with the high leg. As you lower the other leg, open your shoulder at the same time. There will be a moment where you will feel the weight from your wall leg is becoming lighter and lighter and lighter. You need to catch that moment. So I want to be really clear. This exercise is about finding that point of balance. It's developing a sensitivity to catch that moment where the feet becomes light. So Just play with that. Move really slowly away from the wall with one of your leg to catch that moment. And because once you catch it, then you have it, then you know how it feels. Once you know how it feels, you can work towards replicating it. If you never experienced it, then you can't replicate it. So I hope you understand the point of this exercise. Once you've done that, then give another try and combine everything together and have a playtime with forearm stand. Okay, thank you everyone for joining me on this video. So this is the question for today. What did you do well in the session? What are you celebrating? The reason why I'm asking this question is to balance your critical problem-solving mind with loving, kind heart, so that you want to go back there on the mat and try again with your critical, sharp mind backed with loving, encouraging heart. Comment below. If you like this video, give a thumb up and subscribe to my channel for weekly yoga practice. I wish you an incredible day and see you next week. Keep shine on.